HW News Network today is a year and a half old. Thanks to your support, thanks to your love, we've grown. We require your support a little more. What we request you to do is to download our free app. Our app is in Hindi, English and Marathi. We promise to update you with the latest news, views, analysis, interview. We also have a live TV going in that. If you download our app, we will get advertisers. And if we get advertisers, we'll get revenue. We get revenue, we can serve you better. So once again, please do support us. Please download our app. Namaskar.
49 people were killed and more than 20 seriously wounded in mass shootings at two mosques in New Zealand's Christchurch on Friday. Prime Minister of New Zealand, Jacinda Ardern, said that New Zealand has been placed on its highest security threat. She further said that this is one of the darkest days of New Zealand. 4 suspects, like 4 men and a woman, were taken to custody and multiple explosive devices were found attached to cars in the city. One person was later released. Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison had also said that one of the suspects in the right-wing extremist attack was an Australian-born citizen. Now let us hear what New Zealand Prime Minister has said.
Whilst I cannot give any confirmation at this stage around fatalities and casualties, what I can say is that it is clear that this is one of New Zealand's darkest days. Clearly, what has happened here is an extraordinary and unprecedented act of violence. Many of those who will have been directly affected by this shooting may be migrants to New Zealand. They may even be refugees here. They have chosen to make New Zealand their home, and it is their home. They are us. The person who has perpetuated this violence against us is not. They have no place in New Zealand. There is no place in New Zealand for such acts of extreme and unprecedented violence, which it is clear this act was. For now, my thoughts, and I'm sure the thoughts of all New Zealanders, are with those who have been affected and also with their families. My thoughts also to those in Christchurch who are still dealing with an unfolding situation. The advice from police continues to be that people remain indoors. I acknowledge that may mean that some families are separated, but please continue to listen out for information as it comes to light that's been directly provided by the New Zealand Police with further information. But as I say, they please remain in lockdown. We are potentially still dealing with an evolving situation, and again, as I say, across multiple sites. Please be assured, though, the police are actively managing the situation. Christchurch Hospital is dedicated to treating those who are arriving at the hospital as we speak. I would describe it as an unprecedented act of violence, an act that has absolutely no place in New Zealand. This is not who we are. It has occurred in a place where people should have been expressing their religious freedom, where they should have been in a safe environment, and they have not been today. There is no place in New Zealand for such extreme acts of unprecedented violence. The people who were the subject of this attack today, New Zealand is their home. They should be safe here. The person who has perpetuated this violent act against them, they have no place in New Zealand society. And I can tell you now, this is and will be one of New Zealand's darkest days.
According to reports, a gunman opened fire on Friday prayers at a mosque in New Zealand, killing many worshippers and forcing the city of Christchurch into lockdown as police launched a massive manhunt. Now, a video footage has been widely circulated on social media, apparently taken by a gunman and posted online live as the attack unfolded. Showed him driving to one mosque, entering it and shooting randomly at people inside. However, news agency has said that there is no authenticity of the footage whatsoever. Now, witnesses have told the media that a man dressed in a military-style camouflage outfit and carrying an automatic rifle had started randomly shooting at people inside the mosque. Now, the Bangladesh cricket team was also arriving for the Friday prayers when the shooting occurred, but all members are reportedly safe now. The Bangladesh cricket team is in Christchurch to play the New Zealand in a third cricket test, which apparently got cancelled according to reports. New Zealand's police commissioner, Mike Bush, said that multiple fatalities occurred at 2 mosques. The police further said that one person is in custody, but they were not sure if others were involved and cautioned people to stay away from mosques and asked the residents to close their doors until they hear from the police again. The commissioner further clarified that police are responding to its full capability to manage the situation, but the risk environment remains extremely high with the area.
There were a number of IEDs attached to vehicles that we also stopped. They've been made safe by the Defence Force, but that does go to the seriousness of this situation. Yes, we're not assuming that this is contained to Christchurch. We have no other information to suggest it is, but at this point in time, we should never make assumptions.
You may have chosen us, but we utterly reject and condemn you. It is clear that this can now only be described as a terrorist attack. We have undoubtedly experienced an attack today that is unprecedented, unlike anything that we have experienced before. But as I say, New Zealand has been chosen because we are not a place where violent extremism exists. We reject those notions and we must continue to reject them. This is not an enclave for that kind of behaviour, for that kind of ideology. We will and must reject it. This is a place where people should feel secure and will feel secure. I am not going to let this change New Zealand's profile. None of us should.
According to 2013 census, Muslim population over there is just 1%. Prime Minister at a press conference had said, as you have heard, that they may even be refugees there and they have chosen to make New Zealand their home and it is their home, she said. She further said that the person who has perpetuated this violence is against us. They have no place in New Zealand, she further added. Now, more developments are awaited. Until then, stay tuned to hwnews.in.
HW News Network today is a year and a half old. Thanks to your support, thanks to your love, we've grown. We require your support a little more. What we request you to do is to download our free app. Our app is in Hindi, English and Marathi. We promise to update you with the latest news, views, analysis, interview. We also have a live TV going in that. If you download our app, we will get advertisers. And if we get advertisers, we'll get revenue. We get revenue, we can serve you better. So once again, please do support us. Please download our app. Namaskar.